Realtor will not show listings in my price range. So my budget is low and I'm aware of that. 220K without HOAs. Or in the market where I'm looking, 180K with the common $300 month fee. I'm looking in Jacksonville, FL, and there are plenty of listed options in my price range. But my realtor won't show them. She continues to bring up listings that just aren't really an option for me, which are $20-20K over budget. Would I prefer the locations she's bringing up? Of course, but at that price I'd have to get a side hustle or work part-time at a second job, which I'd like to avoid. I'm single, female, in my 30s, so I assume she's worried about safety. I also want a place to live. ETA was pre-approved for more. I set this budget based on the monthly payment. Sounds like she's looking at what you're pre-approved for rather than what you want. That said, I'm confused at the 10-20K over budget part. That's an additional $60 $120 per month with a 30-year loan. I am not familiar with your market, but if $60 is the difference between a rough area and a decent place, it's absolutely worth it. Word of advice here. We bought 3 years ago and live in your area. We bought the house we could afford at the monthly payment we could afford. Since then insurance has almost doubled every year. Our payment went from $1,700 to now $2,250 just on insurance in Florida. There's a lot of reasons your agent could be doing what they're doing. But keep this info in mind. Your payment is not static at all in this state. Try asking the realtor why she's doing it. Maybe there's a valid reason. This can be solved with just communication. As an agent, I think I can help clarify a couple of things. The agent may be sending you properties juiced outside your comfort zone because they may legitimately be better properties. The agent is also keeping negotiating room in mind. So that house $10,000 over budget may be in budget when negotiations are over. On the other hand, if the agent is sending you things without keeping the full payment in mind, that's frustrating and a time waster. Have a conversation with your agent, and if they still keep sending inappropriate listings, move on and find a new agent. Maybe she thinks she can negotiate the price down by $10-20K? Fire your realtor and get a new one. There could be a better website to look at crime, but I used CrimeGrade. You can also drive through the area as well before going to showings. I would call your lender and discuss it with them. Normally you'd have to pay the difference, if anything, over your pre-approval. So you'd have to pay an additional $10K, $20K. It's good that your realtor is trying to factor in your safety. But you might have to switch realtors if they are refusing to show you homes that you're interested in. Have you asked to see certain properties that your agent refused to show you? If you ask why, your agent works for you. Talk to them. Find a new realtor. There's nothing more annoying than one that looks at your pre-approval letter and says, but you could afford more. My opinion. Realtors are like used car salesmen, only dealing with larger numbers. Working on commission will always make them point to a higher number than the buyer. Tell them you want to spend $200,000 and they will show you something at $225,000. Every freaking time. Do you currently live in Jacksonville, Florida? Are you familiar with the various neighborhoods? Because parts of Jax are hood AF. I'm currently working in Jax and there is an open-air drug market and prostitution right outside one of my job sites. Your realtor may just be looking out for your best interest. If $100 a month mortgage difference is going to put you over budget, I don't think you're ready to buy a house. Sorry. What you going to do when you need a roof replacement or a new boiler or new air conditioner or have a plumbing leak? Or any of the litany of surprise 5K or 10K repairs that home ownership brings. Your agent isn't allowed to make decisions for you, even if it's safety. If she can't show you what you ask to see, I'd find another agent. If you signed a representation agreement with her, she may be breaching contract. If she won't release you from it, her broker can. Safety first. No? Do you absolutely have to buy now? Or can you rent in a safer area? If you're going to buy a home that you're going to live in for a while, maybe save up some more and move to an area where you feel comfortable. Jacksonville and all of Florida is a hot market. With that said, Jacksonville has a lot of pockets of crime. If you're approved for more, paying an extra $60 $120 a month for a safe neighborhood is well worth it. You will also get more from your investment when you go to resell. Just my 2 cents. Not sure about your area, but for me, I just looked up Zillow to find houses and asked the realtor to schedule them, or I would go into open houses. Realtor was literally useless from my experience. I wish my attorney got that cut instead of the realtor. Sounds like you just need a new realtor that cares about your needs. Do you get the MLS listings direct? If not, get them for your preferred zips. I know what I want, what I don't. My agent will sometimes send me houses in another zip I'm not interested in, and I just say thanks. We are not budging on location. I think in the old days, agents used to have more of a role in finding a house. The internet does that part. I need you to win it. It's always weird to see people with these problems like they are in some type of 50-50 relationship with their realtor. Show me this property or I'll find a new realtor. This isn't a negotiation. Problem solved. This is where I would use Redfin Zillow to research and find the houses that I want to look at. Then either tell the realtor that I would like to see these specific houses, or fire them and just book directly from Redfin, etc. Maybe your realtor thinks the market is receptive to offers and is trying to find you the best deal. $10K is like $40 a month more. If she's showing $40K, then yeah, fire her, but if it's close enough, then check out the options. If $40-80 a month decides home buying you won't even be ready for when you own it, and some appliance gives out or some small bathroom job becomes ripping out the old plywood and putting in new for $300 more. As an agent for 17 years, this infuriates me. Just fire your agent and move on. Also, she may think these homes could sell for less than listed price. Don't worry about low-balling an offer. You might get lucky. Either your realtor is bad at their job, or you've given conflicting information about what you want in a home. I know that if I told a realtor what I was looking for, but then gave a low budget, they'd either say, yo, not possible, or they'd at least try by showing me things that meet my wants for a little bit above my budget. Whatever the case, the realtor should work for you. And if they're ignoring what you want from them, cut them loose. Find a different realtor. You don't have time for her shit. Find a new realtor. Had to tell my realtor several times I didn't want to go over budget till she finally got it. I also just backed out of the contract I did get under because there was too much to do and my realtor wasn't pushing for me enough in negotiations. She didn't want to offend seller or have the deal fail. Welp. Failed anyway and told her I'm out of the market for another year. If your realtor is a problem now, they'll probably be a problem through the whole process. Fire them. Good on you for staying below your pre-approval number. Find a new realtor. While all realtors are scumbags, this one looks to be particularly aiming to extract as much out of this sale as possible by pushing you up market into a price range you don't feel comfortable to be in. Remember, realtors work for you, not the other way around. Don't even visit those houses if they are over your budget.